And welcome back to Sports Weekly on IEMG. I'm your host, Pep Fernandez. San Bernardino High School, the football team, coming off a very big win on the road at Jurupa Valley this past week as the Cardinals are trying to go back-to-back this year, win back-to-back Mountain Valley League titles. And this was a big win for Cardinal City to at least go in that direction. Let's take you back to Jurupa Valley this past week. It was 22-22, fourth quarter. Cardinals go for it on fourth down. They get it later on that drive, under a minute to play. It'll be Alec Hooper running in the game-winning touchdown. 28-22. Cardinal City wins, and now they are in the driver's seat to hopefully bring home an outright Mountain Valley League title. Here's head coach Sean Collins. And now join us here on the show. He is the head football coach for the San Bernardino Cardinals. Cardinal City coming off a big win on the road at Jurupa Valley. It is the one and only Sean Collins. And Coach, I think you told me last year when you guys won the Mountain Valley League title, that was your first league title as a head coach, correct?
Yep, that's correct.
Yeah, and now you got a chance to go back-to-back if you guys can, take care of your own business the rest of the way here. But that was a big win against Jurupa Valley on the road.
Oh, yeah, that was definitely a big win for us. And they're a pretty physical football team, and we pride ourselves as being kind of physical too. So that was a really good win for us.
And I got hit with that stat on Friday night that you guys did not attempt a single pass in that game. It was run. But it worked out for you guys, right? I mean, that's what you guys are all about anyways.
Yeah, that's not a secret. No, we want to run the ball. We had one dialed up. We had a pass play dialed up, but they called a timeout. So we went away from it, went right back to the run game, and that's how we got there.
It makes for at least very quick games. I don't know, based on what the other team is doing, if they're throwing the ball or not. But if you guys are run, that game could be over in 2 hours. Early dinner.
Yep. Yeah, the officials like when they get up. They get home pretty early.
Coach, we talked in the offseason actually at the Alexander Madison camp out there at Cal State San Bernardino about, I asked you, where's the strength for this year's football team? And you told me in the offseason it was going to be the guys up front, the guys on the offensive line, that a lot of your, new skill position players stepping in. But the O-line is where you had experience. The O-line is where you felt like you had some talent there. And, it looks like, 7 games into the season, you're right. I mean, it's the O-line, isn't it?
Yeah, our O-line, they're huge, man. They play a big part in what we do and what we want to accomplish with our football team and our goals for the season. So, yeah, both of them, O-line and D-line, to be perfectly honest with you.
Coach, let's talk about some of your playmakers on offense. Obviously, Xavier Alvarez, he's back running the show at quarterback. But you've plugged in some running backs. I think, he's throwing Alec Hooper now, who had a big game against Jurupa Valley. I mean, you've got a couple guys you can go to. Hernandez, I mean, I don't know. He looks like Mike Alstott to me or something. He's just this big bruising guy.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he? He has that whole Mike Alstott look, and he's old school, man. You see his cleats; those things look freaking heavy. But hey, he still runs away from people. So he's definitely an old school type fullback. Yeah, he does a great job for us.
Yeah, he runs hard. I would not want to be a defender stepping in front of him when he's trying to get loose.
Yeah. Little DBs in our league, they don't want that smoke, man.
No. And Coach, is it, by design, have you always been a coach where you're like, hey, I don't want to rely on one running back to, carry the ball 30, 35 times a game. If we can have 2, I don't know, maybe even 3 guys and kind of spread the wealth and keep them fresh and use them all game long. Because obviously you love to run the football. I mean, is it by design you maybe want to have more than one running back that you can rely on?
Well, it's just with our system, man. Like, it just depends. And with Xavier reading it, that's pretty much what it comes down to. So our running backs know if we're playing a team that's taking away the fullback, then, Alec and our wingbacks, they'll get off that game. Or if there's somebody if we're playing a team that's trying to take away the outside, then, Henry, that's when he'll get off. Yeah. So they all know that on any given night, it could be any one of their nights, and they like it. They enjoy that.
And, I guess you could say an extra running back in the backfield is your quarterback, Xavier Alvarez, right? He's another option running that wing tee.
Yeah. So when we basically, it's the triple gun. It looks a lot like the wing tee.
Yeah.
But it's literally it's just triple option football, just like the service academies run it. Only difference is we're not under center, but we can be. So, and literally it comes down to what teams are showing us, and Xavier is the trigger man. So it's just his job to get it to whoever's supposed to get it, including himself.
Mm-hmm. Coach, let's go back to that win against Jurupa Valley. Obviously, that was an important game. I know that they don't crown champions in week 7, but that was a very important game in terms of you guys trying to win another Mountain Valley League title. What do you think that said about your team to fight and find a way to win, scoring the winning touchdown with less than a minute to play?
Man, it just says that those kids, they show up and they play hard, and they have a lot of heart, man, especially in that game, because we had a lot of stuff going against us. So for them to, tighten up and make it happen, that was huge for us, because they easily could have packed it in, and they didn't. So I'm very proud of our team for that.
And, Coach, looking ahead to this week, I know you got a Thursday night game. You're playing Rubidoux at home. How do you make sure your guys keep that focus? Because if you stub your toe and lose a game, in these next 3 weeks, including Rubidoux, then that big win against Jurupa Valley doesn't mean anything anymore. How do you keep your focus and make sure you guys see it through and finish the job?
On to the next one. That Jurupa Valley game happened. Now we're focusing on Rubidoux now. So this week it's all about Rubidoux, and we're not going to talk about anybody else but them.
And what's practice been like? You guys are having a great season. You're in line, at least in the driver's seat right now, to win a league championship. But do you feel like this team is focused where it needs to be and still maybe trending up, maybe still getting better week by week?
I think we just want to get better week by week. So we're still doing that, man. Like we're not comfortable. We're comfortably uncomfortable, if that makes any sense. So it doesn't. No, it's all about this week right now. We're not trying to look ahead. We're not trying to do any of that. We just want to try to win each week, and that's been where we've been the whole year. Just trying to go undefeated week by week.
Comfortably uncomfortable, Coach. I might have to steal that line. That's good. That's good stuff right there.
Thanks.
Well, Coach, listen, congrats on the success so far this season. But again, I know there's some important, meaningful games coming up for the Cardinals to try to get that league championship, outright league championship, I should say, for the Mountain Valley League. So, Coach Collins, thank you so much for the time, and congrats so far.
Yeah, thanks for having us, man. Thanks for having us on here and, following us. And, my kids love it. They all love it. So, they're all looking in. Did we get covered? Did we get covered? So, I want to thank you for that.
You got it. That is Coach Collins from San Bernardino, the one and only Sean Collins at Cardinal City here on Sports Weekly. And a big thanks to San Bernardino head football coach Sean Collins. When we come back here on Sports Weekly on IEMG, we will check in with the Arroyo Valley Hawks. They have a big game coming up against San Gorgonio, first place on the line in the Skyline League. We'll be right back on Sports Weekly on IEMG.